This is Jonathan Bird here with Additional Road to the Platform. Sorry that I've been so distant here. If you guys have followed this series at all, you know that I have moved from North Carolina down to Florida. A big reason is part of it is training, believe it or not. I was able to find a job and it fit to what I thought would be one of the best powerlifting gyms in the country. So, given the opportunity to train there, it was worth the while to make the move. So here we are. So I got a few questions wondering about why I'm willing to change some of my squat form stuff, being that I've already squatted, well over 1,000 pounds. Well, as simple as this. These guys know more than I do. It's one of those things that as a lifter, you can't be scared to admit. You always have to seek advice, and you always have to seek something that's going to help you perform better. So who I'm talking about is Team Sampson down here in Jacksonville, Florida. The most of them that you probably would know are these guys are sponsored by Elite Fitness. It's Adam Driggers, Brian Carroll, Clint Smith. Paul Key is also here. He's bench pressed over 900 pounds in competition. And then there's several others, including myself, who lift there 3 days a week. You guys talk about commitment things, and I'll tell you this just so you understand the level of commitment. I drive roughly 45 minutes 3 days a week one way to train there, and pretty much everybody there is doing the same thing. That's just the level of commitment it takes to be the best. So basically, why am I willing to make those changes? They're subtle changes. They're not drastic changes. I didn't walk in the door and they're like, okay, yeah, you suck, your squat form's horrible. That's just not what happened. It's just little keys, little cues to take advantage of my gear a little better, to, the mechanically wise to improve my squat. The big thing that stuck out to them, and it's something that I should have noticed, and I've tried to work on in the past, and I just sucked at it, and I just quit. But this time, I can't let that happen, and that's moving my hands tighter in the bar. Most of you don't realize I'm roughly 5'10", maybe a little taller, and 310, 305. It all depends on what day of the week it is, up to 320 pounds. And so, with just a regular Texas bench bar, squat bar, I can't get under it. That's like my hands are on the collars. So, in competition with these kind of weights anyway, most of the time we use specialty bars anyway. There's various ones, Texas squat bar, there's a Mastodon, there's a bunch, but that's not really the point. The point that I'm trying to make is that for me to be successful at this, and I'm sorry, I've got messages popping up on my phone as I'm doing this, I was losing upper back tightness. Okay, with that being said, my arms were so wide that I wasn't creating a tight enough shelf to support, we're talking weights of, 4 digits, 1,000+ pounds, and it was pushing me forward a little bit, which was going to cause me to miss some bigger weights that I shouldn't miss based off strength level, just based off form. So we started trying to creep my hands in little by little each week, squeezing them tighter, and help create that shelf. Adam Driggers actually just posted a similar article about this on Elite Fitness, so I'll make sure I link that into the column there, into the comments, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about and what advice that they gave me. The next thing is really just getting my head back, not how you guys heard me talk about before, with just making sure you're kind of your eyes up and you're forward, but my head back initially out of the rack. This has allowed me to get my hips back a little better without trying to shove my hips back, which you guys know that's not something I necessarily teach, to just try to throw your hips back. But of course you want them back, but I don't like that pronounced throw it back and then go. But anyway, those are just the basic things. Flat out, it comes down to these guys know more than I do. And I'm willing to learn and listen. At the end of the day, to be a better lifter, everybody's going to need to take advice from other people. So